folks, I am Brandon Kelly with the Wyoming Office of EMS, and this brief training video is going to show you how to, number one, document correctly in waters the position that you choose to transport a patient in. Particularly, we're focusing on pediatrics here. Additionally, it is going to show administrators how to access a report to see all of your pediatric transports and see how your folks are actually recording them in the water system. The point of this is to try to gather data so that we can show that all the efforts with the Y-Restrain program are actually working, and that folks are considering the safe transport of pediatric patients as they make their transport decisions. So what you see on your screen is a patient care report that is partially completed. I've just put enough information in here to get the transport tab to pull up. As you can see on your screen, I have the transport tab pulled up, and this is the area we're going to be playing in. If you look at the list on the left, you'll see several different options for transport position types. These are working on being cleaned up as it is, but you will see the PED, P-E-D, and a dash in front of the ones that are specifically for pediatric. So however you choose to transport the patient, however you choose to secure them on the stretcher, this is the area that you are going to select as a user to go in and indicate what you did to make sure that that patient was properly secured in the ambulance. You can pick multiple selections. There is no limit on how many possible selections you could choose. For example, if you have a patient that you transported with a Furno Pedimate, you could select the Pedimate, then that's going to indicate that you properly secured them for their age and weight. But you can also say that their actual position was in semi-Fowlers, and you can select both of those things. You can get as deep into it as you want to get into it. That piece is completely between you and the ambulance administrator or whoever oversees the quality of the documentation at your particular service. So the rest of this, I'm just going to show you how. As you can see, I'm clicking multiple selections here. Literally there is no limit. It would not make a lot of sense to have semi-Fowlers and prone, however, as you can see. I was just selecting all of those to show you what all is possible. Most EMS workers tend to document actually what they did as far as securing the patient in the narrative. And I completely understand that. That would be my own practice as well. The problem is that if you document it in the narrative, there's no way to go and pull that information out in a way that's easy, that helps you answer questions and produce numbers, which may not seem like it has a lot of value to you as the individual EMT, but I promise you it does. Every time your agency has to go make an ask for money, most folks want to know, what am I getting for my dollar? That is typically proven through data. The water system, with all of its faults and all of its downsides, is the source of data that your administrator, the state, and many other individuals have access to. It's where everything is kept. So if you don't spend a moment on the front end to document exactly what it is you do in a way, i.e. the drop downs, that can easily be pulled out, not just by us here at the state, but by your agency administrator, there's no way for us to answer questions like, how many patients does Wyoming see? How many patients were properly secured in an ambulance? How many times were Narcan used? Etc., etc., etc. I could go on for hours about the importance of documentation, but nobody wants to sit and listen to me talk that long. So I just wanted to take a moment to emphasize why this matters. I know it seems like it's another thing that you have to do on top of all of the other things that you have to do, but it's really important. And if you choose to use the drop-down buttons, you do not have to document this in the narrative. There's no reason to double document what it is that you're doing, unless, again, your agency administrator wants it, your billing people wants it. But as far as the state is concerned, we just want everything documented. And in the words of Forrest Gump,
that's all I have to say about that.